Hello, my crafty friends. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Linda Edwards. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator with Crafty Heron Designs. I'm going to show you how to make this fun fold card. I'm not sure what you call it. It's kind of an extended fun fold card, but we're going to make it together. We're going to use the Encircled with Love stamp set, and you've got several options, different things you can do with it, different sentiments, and the Joyful Squares stamps and dies. So let's get started. So we are making this card in my class this month, and if you ordered the class card kit to go, your envelope will come with all of these pieces. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Now, because this is a fun fold, I went ahead and made a template for myself. You see, there's my template. So I have all of my measurements on it, and then I can adapt it as I use different papers and card sets and stuff, or stamp sets. So this is Pretty Peacock, and it is the card base. It's 4 1/4 by 11, so it's half a sheet of cardstock, and we're going to score it at 1 1/4 and 5 1/2. And then as you can see, it's folded in half, and then this piece is folded back. So I'm going to go ahead and burnish those folds. I want them to be really folded. Okay. Then the next layers, we're using Flirty Flamingo. I've got one layer that is 5 1/4 by 4, so it's just that next layer, and then this one is 4 by 4, and then you'll have a scrap, and in your kit it will already be die cut. This is the die. It's a little scallop die. Isn't that cute? This is from the Joyful Squares die set, so you'll have to die cut that if you don't have it, or you can use something else to decorate your card. Then I've got another piece of Pretty Peacock. This one is 3 by 3. So those are the regular cardstock. And then we've got some basic white. I've got a scrap of basic white. And then I've also got this square, which is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. And then the designer series paper, which is really what inspired me to make this card. I just think it's so pretty. It's called Painted Illusions. And it was our March product of the month, and it is still available. In order to get the product of the month, you have to place an order with me for $75, and then you can purchase the paper for $5. And it is a bargain. It's 12 by 12 paper. There are 6 different designs. You get 2 of each, and they're all these beautiful colors. Here you can see this one has a little more of the Granny Apple Green in it. This one's got more Misty Moonlight. And then this is the back, has the Misty Moonlight. It's really pretty. And there are multiple pieces with it. So if you, so what you need is you need a piece of 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. And then you'll need another piece of 1 by 3 3/4. And then this sheet is 4 by 4. Yes, 4 by 4. Okay, that's everything. If you're in your kit, you may find that I've already die cut this circle for you. I actually use the 2-inch circle punch, but you can use, if you're making this on your own, you can use another punch that's similar in size, similar or bigger. I wouldn't go any smaller. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna start with adhering the designer series paper where it needs to go, and then we'll do some stamping. So the first thing we're gonna do is, actually the cardstock here is gonna go on the inside. So let's go ahead and put that down. Flirty Flamingo is just one of my favorite colors, and I just love it with Pretty Peacock. It speaks to me. All right, and then this piece, what I wanted to show you is it's gonna go on here. It's gonna go like that. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of lining it up to try and decide which way I want to put these. Now I could do this way, but I think I like them similar. So you could do that. I don't know, what do you think? I think I like it the way I started. I think I'm gonna do it that way. No, there we go. Okay, so we'll put this one here on the inside. And I'm just gonna line it up so that the sides, the top, the bottom, and the sides are about the same distance apart. And then this piece, I'm gonna go ahead and put here. There we go. And then I'm gonna attach these two together. And then it's gonna go on. And so then the basic part of the card, the mechanism, is done. That's gonna go like that. And now this is gonna go on this piece here. See, it's only attached to this little flap. You see that? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn it over. I'm gonna line it up as if I was gonna glue it this way, but obviously I'm not. But I can see how far over I can put the adhesive. And you see where my nails are. That's where the end of that cardstock is. So I'm gonna put it gives me that mark so that I know where I want mine to go. So it's going to be, again, equidistant, top, bottom, and side. And then it actually lines up. See how it lines up here too? There we go. So there we go. There's our card base. I'm a little crooked there. There we go. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to decorate our card. So let's go ahead and do the inside first. I'm going to bring in a piece of scrap paper. And I decided not to put a sentiment on the inside of this card. Certainly you can. Oh, I dropped my stamp, sorry. Certainly you can, and if you know you want to put in a sentiment, I would go ahead and add it now. I'm using Granny Apple Green ink, and I stamped once with full strength, and then I turned and I stamped it again with restamped it, right? So there you go, stamped off. I thought that was pretty. And that green color works really well with the card. And then this is gonna go on the inside, just like that. So let's go ahead and put that in, and it picks up kind of the green of the Granny Apple Green there. Okay, so your inside is done. Now we're gonna work on the front of the card. So I wanted to show you this fun stamp set. This stamp is, we're going to use Flirty Flamingo. And I just thought it really made, I like this flourish. The flourishes, I think, go well with the Designer Series paper. I'm just going to stamp that there. Okay, set that aside. And now I'm going to come in with my happy birthday wishes, and I'm going to use that circle that is in your kit that's die cut. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp that. Let's see if I can line it up. It doesn't have to be exactly in the center. It'll be okay if it's a little bit off, because we're going to line it up later anyway on the card. So close that up. All right, so now I'm going to bring in my die cutting machine. Let's see, let's line that up first here. Maybe that'll be easier. So I'm going to go ahead and line that up. And then I'm going to bring in this second die and put that in the center. And I'm going to tape that one as well because sometimes they move and I don't want them to move on me. All right. So if I bring in the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, see, it already moved a little bit. I just want to make sure that that circle doesn't get, it's okay if it's off a little bit, but I want to make sure it doesn't get too wonky on me. Okay, there we go. Oh, you know what? I need to, whenever you've got a strong line here, you want to make sure it's not, it's angled a little bit from the rollers, because otherwise it can throw off, well, number one, it's hard on your machine, and it also can throw off the cut. So I always kind of angle it a little bit. All right, let's see. How did I do? Yay. Very good. Okay, that worked out well. So I'm going to discard this. You can use this. Well, I won't discard it. I'll save it for something else. But now we're going to go ahead and assemble the front. So I want my my frame to be on dimensionals because I'm going to have that raised up a little bit. And then the sentiment is going to be recessed. So that'll be on dimensionals. I did not take the backing off yet, so don't do that. The sentiment's got to be here, right? But I want it raised. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of liquid glue on the sentiment, and I'm not going to press it down when I put it in because I want it to be, I'm going to have it a little bit off this way. I'm hoping it's in the center, but it might not be. So now again, I haven't taken off the backing on the dimensionals. I'm lining this up, bringing it back and forth. There we go. I think that's a good spot for it. I can even kind of wiggle it right from the middle here. Okay, so I didn't press it down super hard yet. Now I'm taking my dimensionals backing off, and I'm gonna lay this back on where I want it. There we go. And if I need to, I can kind of, now it's pressing down. Now I can press down. See, so that it's kind of lined up in the center like that, which I'm very happy with that. That's the trickiest part of the card, I'm telling you. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just add this little embellishment here kind of on the side. And I'm just going to do a little bit of adhesive there. And I just want it to be about in the center. It doesn't have to be exact. But I just thought it kind of added some additional interest to the card. And now I'll bring this on, and I want it to be off a little bit. So it'll be a little bit off center, but I'm going to adhere this half on right directly onto my card base. So what I'll do is I'm going to turn it over so that, and put it where I think I want it. I'm looking here, right? So that's kind of the same distance apart. I know not to get adhesive on this side because I don't want that to close my card. So there, and now I'm going to go ahead and do it this way so that I can see and line it up. Okay, so now here we go. And last, I'm going to go ahead and bring in some fun embellishments. So I've got the 25-27 in colors. I've got a couple of options here. I've got these that are really pretty as well. These are the Sparkle Dot Essentials. Or I have these. These are the rainbow adhesive back dots. These, well, I think they're still, I like the Flirty Flamingo in here. Or we could do the Secret Sea. Or we could do, this is actually Strawberry Slush, but that works really well too, don't you think? I think I'm gonna do the Strawberry Slush. I think that'll be fun. So let's go ahead and, I've got 3 different sizes. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and use all 3 sizes. Put that one there, and then the next smaller size there. Well, I don't think I'm rethinking that. I think that little one's gonna be too small. It's gonna get lost. So I'll do the middle size over here, down here. I hope you like this. If you do, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps other people find me if you comment or like my video. If you, as I said, then it helps with other people with YouTube showing my videos to other folks, and I would really appreciate your help with that. I also would love for you to subscribe to my channel, and you'll be notified when I upload any additional card making videos. I'll try to do at least 2 or 3 a month. It just depends on what else is going on, you know, with life. So again, thanks for joining me, and I hope that you were able to be inspired by these cards. I hope you try them. And more importantly, I hope you give them away. Send them to someone to brighten their day. Bye for now.